Alright, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Bankroll Bunny with the YouTube video, and in today's video I'm pretty much going over a character analysis for people who are confused about who they want to main, or people who keep buying characters and don't like them. So I'm pretty much doing this for those people because I was once one of y'all too, and that's why I pretty much made YouTube, so that way that I could help people and pretty much be a guide for new people to the 3-on-3 community. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so the first character we're going to be looking at is Ren, okay? Ren is a swift attacker, and she's also a shooting guard. So, if we look right here now, I like to call the skills badges. That's just how I see them. So, the first 3 badges she has are shooting touch, quick drive, and shot fake pass, okay? So, shooting touch, it pretty much increases your shot success rate. Next is quick drive, so pretty much time you get the ball, you do a drive, and it's really effective on offense. Next is shot fake pass, so it's pretty much like a pump fake and then you pass the ball, and that's pretty effective too. Next is fadeaway, and pretty much it's like you could drive with it, you could like run out to the 3-point line, you could fade away just like you saw Ren do there. That's really effective. Next is through the leg back dribble. Now this is pretty much like a size up move, okay? And this could get yourself open because once you do this, you could bust out into a crossover or anything. Next is pull up jumper, so pretty much in the middle of you shooting, you could pretty much just, I said shooting, in the middle of you dribbling, I apologize, you can pretty much just pull the ball up, okay? Next is off ball cut, and pretty much when you don't have the ball, you could dash out to the mid range or 3-point line for the wide open shot, okay? This is your passive ability, and her passive ability is swift attack, so pretty much after she gets the ball, her movement speed increases. One ultimate shot is pretty much like her grand badge. I like to call these the grand badge, and her grand badge activated when shooting, it increases her shot accuracy, and she does signature movements after getting like a steal or a loose ball from the opposite team, okay? So if I had to give Ren an archetype, I would give her a sharpshooter, and it's actually 2 sharps in this game, but for Ren, this is for the type of person who likes the speed boost and that could shoot 3s. So if you're speed boosting sharp, I would highly recommend Ren for you, okay? Alright guys, so next is Luther, okay? And Luther pretty much is the tank, and he's also a center. So if we take a look at his badges, the first 3 badges he's equipped with is hook shot, box out, and turning shot. Okay, so first hook shot is pretty much like a Kareem move. So pretty much you're throwing the ball over the side of your head, and it's really effective. And if you upgrade it, you could pretty much make it every time. Next is box out, so pretty much if the opponent or people on your team brick, you could box out your opponent and get the rebound, okay? Next is turning shot, so it's like the hook shot but kind of closer, and pretty much instead of like turning to the side and showing the basket your shoulder, you're turning to the front of you, so that way that you could finish the shot, okay? Next is dunk at will. So this is an OP ability for many people because you could choose when to dunk, okay? So all you gotta do is press triangle while holding L towards the basket, and you could dunk, okay? Next is post up fake, and I see a lot of shot creators and pretty much small forwards and shooting guards with this ability, and pretty much it's like a half spin and then a full spin into the layup or shot, okay? Next is block and catch. So instead of blocking the ball and the ball flying and the other team could get it, when you block the ball, your team automatically has it, okay? It's in your hands, and that is a really good ability. Next is tip in. So if somebody on your team breaks, you could pretty much dunk the ball back in, or you could lay the ball back up, okay? And his passive ability is dominate their presence. So if the opponent team has a center, all your attributes increase, okay? Next is his grand badge, and his grand badge is the king under the basket. So after he gets a rebound, everybody on your team's shot success rate increases. And yeah, so if I had to give Luther the archetype, I would give him a glass cleaner, okay? And I would give him a glass cutting because he has fairly high rebounding and he's very good in the paint. So if you're the type who likes to get rebounds and dunk, go with Luther. Alright, next is Big Dog, aka Big Ballerino, and he is a center. So if we take a look at his badges, the first three he gets would be kill pass, box out, and block pass. Okay, so kill pass, this is pretty much like your flashy pass. Okay, so when you see an X on your opponent, on your teammate, you pretty much do a flashy pass. Next is box out. Explain as I was doing Luther. You pretty much, if the opponent team bricks or something, you can pretty much box out your opponent and get rebound. This could also go on offense too. Okay. Next is block pass. So pretty much if you get a block, you could block it to your teammate and they'll receive it just like that. So next is touch pass, and pretty much time you get a pass, you just pass it right back. So time it touches you, you give it right back to your teammate. Okay, and that could be really good on the drive. That's really effective. Next is alley hoop pass, and so basically this is an alley hoop what many people like, and you're just throwing the lob and your teammate could catch it and dunk. Next is layup pass, and simply it's like you're about to do a layup, but at the last second you pass the ball. Okay, so that's really effective as well. Next is chip out pass. So pretty much there's this ability named chip out, and you can pretty much keep hitting the ball up until your opponent stops jumping or you know you have the ball. Okay, so if your opponent, if your teammates shoot, or if people on defense shoot, then you can pretty much chip out and pass it straight to your teammate. Okay, now his passive ability is always hands up. So when he passes to open teammates, the pass speed is increased. Okay, so if somebody's wide open, you're gonna pass the ball extremely fast, and his grand badge is what a pass. So this is kind of like a dimer ability. So pretty much when you pass it to an open teammate, their shot success rate increases. So 9 times out of 10 they're going to make the shot. Okay, and that is super effective. So I was kind of confused with Big Dog, okay, because he has attributes of a playmaker, but he's a big man and he's also good in the paint. So I would say he's a center who has good playmaking, but he also is good in the paint. So kind of like an athletic finisher mixed with a playmaker. That's how I see him. If you see him differently, let me know in the comments. But yes, that's Big Dog for you. So if you like to play make, and if you like to be good in the paint as a big man, then hey, choose Big Dog. Alright guys, next is Lee, also known as Dr. Big Shot, and he is a center. And Lee to me is OP. So his first 3 badges would be shooting touch, box out, and manual block. So shooting touch pretty much increases your shot success rate. Okay, box out, I think almost every center has box out, or if not, but box out, pretty much you could box out your opponent to get the rebound. Next is manual block, and pretty much it's like you could choose the direction of your block. So if your opponent does kind of like a little scoop shot, you could pretty much block it from whichever side they do it from. Next is pick and move. So pretty much time you set the pick, you could dash out kind of like an off ball cut before a big man. So once you set the pick, you pretty much just dash out to the mid range or 3-point line. Next is post up fake. So pretty much a half spin then a full spin into the layup or mid range. Okay, and this is also pretty effective for big men as well as scoring. Next is power rebound. So basically instead of getting square to get the rebound, you can use triangle, and it pretty much pushes your opponents away and from the ball, so that way you get the rebound better. Next is turn fadeaway. So pretty much this is like the fadeaway for a big man. So how fadeaway works, this also works for the big man as well, and it is really effective. His passive is true workhouse. So after he misses a shot, then his shot success rate increases. Okay, and his grand badge is signature shot. So when he's open, he performs a signature shot move. So Yeah, so if I had to give Lee an archetype, he would be a stretch big, absolutely. Simply because he he is the center who has the highest shooting abilities, and he also is very dominant in the paint. So yes, I would give Lee stretch big. Alright guys, so next we have Clark. Clark is known as the flying dunk man, and he is a power forward. So moving in these power forwards, okay? So first three abilities is dunk at will, box out, and skyhook. So dunk at will, you already know. You get to choose when you're gonna dunk by pressing triangle. And if you upgrade this, you can unlock more dunks, okay? So that's pretty OP. Next is box out. So like the centers have, you pretty much box out your opponent for the rebound. I apologize. Next is skyhook. So this is pretty much what Luther has. You turn your shoulder to the basket and do skyhook. Next is post up fade. So the half spin, then the full spin to the layup or mid range. Okay. Next is manual layup. So you get choose direction of your layup. After that is power rebound, and power rebound pretty much is you push your opponents out the way to get the rebound, just like Lee has. Next is tipping, and if your teammate bricks, you can pretty much lay the ball back in or dunk the ball back in. Okay, so his passive, he has one of the best passive in my ability. So pretty much, if you get blocked from doing a dunk, then you have you have the chance to lay the ball back up, okay, as you can see right here, and that's OP. So next is dunk master, and this is pretty much like manual dunk, okay, so you get to choose from where you're gonna dunk and things. So a lot of people would say that this dude is pretty much like a slasher athletic, but I wouldn't give him that. He can dunk, but I would give Clark pretty much like a post scorer, because he's very good in the paint, and post scorers, they could make their way in the paint, the dunk and things. So I would give Clark the ability of a post scorer. So if you like the post, then go grab you a Clark. Next is Murdoch. Murdoch is known as the Rim Guardian. He is also a power forward. Taking a look at his badges, the first three he has is dunk at will, box out, manual block. Dunk at will allows you to dunk whenever you want. Box out, like every big man has, you just pretty much box out your opponent to get the rebound. Next is manual block. So pretty much you could choose the direction of the block. Power block is pretty much when you block a shot with extreme power and knock away your opponent. So pretty much after you get the block, I'm pretty sure your opponent falls, I believe. Next is screen body check. So while you're setting the screen, you kind of tilt your body so that way that your opponent gets like more into the screen you have, okay? And next is the night intercept. So during defense, you pretty much hold R1 and you gain a chance to catch the ball during the night defense. So pretty much like if your opponent passes the ball, you kind of intercept the pass, and now your team has the ball. Next is block and catch, and just like just like Luther, this is OP because instead of the ball flying, you have the ball in your hand, and now your team has the ball. His passive ability is intimidating face, okay, and automatically activated when a marked opponent attempts a shot, okay, and this is OP. So it decreases their shot success rate of the marked opponent, okay, so this could really be a game changer. His grand badge is shadow block, and it allows you to block passes from behind, okay, and that is OP. So if I had to give Murdoch a archetype, I would give him a rim protector, simply because he has a highly high block. And if you like the block and be really like OP on defense as a big man, I would go get you a Murdoch. Next is Lulu, okay? So Lulu is known as the break dude, and many people call her Miss Bigums, and I found that funny. But if we take a look at her badges, we see the first three: dunk at will, box out, and chip out. So dunk at will, pretty much you dunk when you want. Box out, you box out your opponent to get the rebound. Chip out, this is a troll move because I have played many times where people just did this over and over, like throughout the court the whole 24 seconds, and it is really funny. So pretty much you can keep pressing circle, like, you know, to tap the ball up and until your opponent stops jumping, so that way you could get the ball. Okay, next is pick and move. So pretty much when you set the pick, you can pretty much dash out to the mid range and shoot or three. Next is manual layup, so you get to choose the direction of your layup. After that is quick post turn up, and I never saw this. Okay, so this is kind of new to me. So when you receive the pass, pretty much you attempt a quick post up drive as soon as you get the pass. Okay. Next is spin move. So while you're dribbling and driving, pretty much you do a spin move, and this could set you up for the dunk or the layup. Okay. Her passive ability is poised to learn, and when losing a rebound to an opponent, your rebound skill increases. Okay. So in her grand badge is physical Lulu. So when pushed from a box out, she's move away from the box out to get into position. Okay, so pretty much as you can see, when she's pushed out, you'll see in this clip right here, pushed out, she moves around him to get the rebound. Okay, so I really don't know an archetype for Lulu. She's really good. I'm sorry, she's really good in mid-range of things, so I will also give her the ability of a post scorer. And so yeah, if you're a post scorer and you like the dunking things, go get you a Lulu. So yeah. Alright, next is Amanda, the point maker, and she is a small forward. I almost said shooting forward. Oh my god, she is a small forward, and her badge, first three badges are shooting touch, fadeaway, and cutting. This is, I already know what archetype she is, but okay, first is shooting touch, so increases your shot success rate. Next is fadeaway, you pretty much fade the ball away. I am sick, y'all, I apologize. Next is cut in. So cut in pretty much allows you to move quickly towards the basket to get away from your defender. Quick jumper, time you get the ball, you pretty much pull it up, time you touch the ball, as you can see her do right here. Next is shot fake step. So when you're in triple threat position, you pretty much drive in quickly after you do a pump fake. Okay. Next is jab step. Jab step allows you in the triple threat position, you know, to I apologize, but it allows you to, you know, kind of like stick your leg out and do a little jab step pretty much. Next is off ball cut, and when you don't have the ball, you could dash out to mid range or the 3-point line to, you know, take the shot. Her passive ability is natural shot concentration. So after it's activated when attempted in the mid-range shot. So defense resist greatly increases when attempted in a mid-range shot. Okay, and her grand badge is dancer's finesse, and pretty much this is it allows you to shoot while you're moving. And yeah, so if I had to give Amanda archetype, I would give her a shot creator, simply because she has the highest mid-range out of everybody. So if you're a shot creator and you want to make mid-range all day, get you an Amanda. Alright guys, next up is Joey. Joey is known as Air Joey, and he is a small forward. So if we look at his badges, the first one he has is drive and post up. So pretty much you could cancel your drive and switch to post up position. Next is crossover. Few characters have this, but it allows you to do a crossover, and you can break people with this ability. So it is pretty OP. Next is manual layup. I apologize. So you could choose the direction of your layup. Next is stop drive. So it's pretty much like a behind the back. That's like your behind the back dribble. After that, double clutch. This is your jelly fam. This is pretty much like your jelly layup, and it could be really effective. Okay, as you can see. Next is next is pull up jumper, and pretty much pull up jumper is in the middle of your drive or crossover. You can pull the ball up. Side hop step, this pretty much allows you to do a side hop step like it says. So when you're dribbling and driving, you pretty much do a side hop step and you're wide open, you can take the shot. Next is free to drive. So you could connect your crossover with your post up dribble, and this is OP. Okay, I use this. It's actually really fun to use and things. Next is star quality, which is his grand badge. So this pretty much allows him to make game winners. So pretty much if you're down by a point, or if you're down by anything then less than 3 points, or you pretty much give the ball to Joey and his shot success rate increases. Okay, and that is OP. So if I had to give Joey an archetype, I would consider Joey to be a point forward, simply because he could really cheese if you know how to cheese with him. He is OP, and he has a fairly high mid range. So yeah, if you like the cheese and if you are a point forward, go get Joey. Next is William, and William is known as Mr. Fadeaway. He's a small forward. So if we take a look at his badges, the first one he has is drive and post up. So you could cancel your drive to post up. Next is block out, and you pretty much block out the defense from getting the ball, and yeah. Next is chip out. So this is pretty much when you keep hitting the ball up until you're for sure you have the rebound. Next is manual layup. So you choose the direction of your layup, okay? And backward spin. This is pretty much like the full spin into the shot. So as you see him do when he posts, pretty much half spin and a full spin to the shot. Next is hot step. So if you have the ball, you can perform a hop step, and it could get you open, and you can also pass it as well. Next is turn fadeaway. So this is pretty much like your post fadeaway. That's pretty much what it is, post fadeaway. So as you see William do right here, this is OP. Yeah, right there. Next is his passive, and that's ladies man. So when he's teamed up with a one man, all his shot success rate increases. Okay. Next is mood maker. So which is his grand badge, and pretty much after he wins, the team shot success rate keeps increasing. So if you want to go on the street, make sure you have you a William, because you're going to need him. Okay. So if I had to give him an archetype, I would give him the archetype of a shot creator. His name's Mr. Fadeaway. But yes, I would give him archetype of a shot creator. He is very good. So if you like the fadeaway, in the post and things, then go grab you a William, okay? So yes, shot creator. Alright guys, next is Kim, and Kim is known as Miss Sniper, okay? So if we go look at her badges, she has shooting touch, fadeaway, and quick jumper. So shooting touch allows her oh yeah, these are starter badges by the way, but shooting touch allows her to increase her shot rate. Next is fade away, and pretty much you fade the ball away. After that, quick jumper. So before receiving the pass, you pretty much get ready, and time you receive the pass, you shoot the ball. Next is quick change. So you pretty much go in the opposite way of your opponent. So when you're running out, you pretty much dash back into the drive. Next is jab step. So this is pretty much when you're doing kind of like that fake, like you're about to drive but you're not though, okay? Next is screen cut, and screen cut, it help pretty much when an opponent sets a screen of some sort, then you cut out and get open, okay? So next is step back, and this is OP. So pretty much when you're dribbling or something, you pretty much hit a step back, and yeah, it is OP. Her passive is line bonus, so automatically activated when shooting at the 3-point line. So her 3-point shot increases, okay? And her grand badge is long range ability. So this is pretty much like limitless. So when you're shooting far from the 3-point line, her shot success rate does not decrease. And yes, so if I had to give Kim Archetype, I would give her a sharpshooter. This is the other sharpshooter I was talking about. This is the type that you're pretty much just open for your teammates and you'll take open shots. But if you like the speed boost, go with Ren. And if you like the type of sharpshooter, just just to shoot, then you should go with Kim, okay? Alright guys, next is Pedro the Diving Thief, and he is a point guard, okay? So if we take a look at his badges, the first one we see is diving catch. So pretty much when the ball is loose, you press X and you dive for the ball. Next is the night intercept. So pretty much when the opponent passes the ball to teammate, you get in the way and catch the ball, okay? So next is steal pass. So time you get the steal, you can pass the ball. Next is kill pass. This is flashy pass pretty much. After that is side face up. So you can play defense on the side of your opponent just in case they're going to drive. Okay. Next is shadow steal. So you could dive deep to steal the ball. So pretty much you could steal the ball from behind your opponent. Okay. Next is alley hoop pass. So pretty much you have the ability to do alley hoops with your team. Okay. His passive is game stealer, and after he loses, his shot success rate increases greatly. Okay, and notice it said greatly, guys. So his grand badge is shadow defense. So it's activated when defending, and it increases the speed of your marked opponent, pretty much the opponent you're guarding. So if I had to give Pedro Archetype, he would pretty much be a lockdown. He has the best defense, and he also could shoot as well. A lot of people was like, well, I want a lockdown, but I don't know if he could shoot. Trust me, Pedro could shoot. So if you're locked down and also like to shoot once in a while, get you a Pedro. Alright guys, so next is Cindy. Cindy is the two-face guard, and she is a point guard, okay? Looking at her badges, her first skill is manual layup, okay? Next is kill pass, a flashy pass, layup pass. We all know what layup pass do. Pretty much, it's like you're pretending to do a layup, but you pass the ball. Next is shooting touch. So when the ball leaves the hand, your shot success rate increases. Diving catch, when the ball is loose, you press X and you dive for the ball. Alley hoop pass, you pretty much have the ability to do alley hoops with your teammates. Next is hook up pass, and pretty much you perform an alley hoop pass after a fake layup or dunk, okay? So you could do the fake layup and then pretty much pass it to your team for the alley. And this is OP, okay? Because let me tell you something. Your opponent is going to be jumping and somebody's going to end up getting dunked on, okay? Her passive ability is a show off. So if your opponent team has a point guard, her shot success rate increases when matched with the point guard. Next is burning desire to win, and pretty much it's activated when losing. This is her grand badge. So her shot success rate increases when she's losing. So if I had to give her archetype, I would give her the playmaker, not the dribbling playmaker, but the playmaker who likes to make plays and gets their teammates open. Okay, so if you're one of those players, then get you a Cindy. Alright guys, next is a Helena, and Helena is known as the basketball Mozart. Okay, so she is also a point guard. So if we take a look at her badges, we see the direct pass, and pretty much this is like icon pass. So if you're used to 2K and you want icon pass, I recommend her. And yes, this is icon pass. Next is kill pass. This is pretty much like a flashy pass. Touch pass, pretty much time you receive the pass, you pass it back to your teammate. Next is dive and catch. When the ball is loose, you could dive for it, okay? Intercept, when the opponent passes it to the person you're sticking, you can pretty much intercept the ball and go after it. Next is alley hoop pass, so you have the ability to do alley hoops. Next is overpass intercept, so if they do kind of like an overpass, which is pretty much like the far pass, you could intercept it. Her passive ability is smile and love, and pretty much it's automatically activated when teaming with men, okay? So it increases all of attributes of the men on the team. And her grand badge is hustle pass, so pretty much if you double tap X when the ball is loose, you can, after you get the ball, you can pass it, okay? So she is the coach on the floor. This is pretty much like your the person you'll be listening to, a true point guard, kind of like a Rondo. So I would give Helena a playmaker, the type of playmaker that you would like to be, a coach pretty much on the floor. So if you want to be kind of in control and run the ball and get your teammates open, definitely get you a Helena. Alright guys, next is Carolina. Carolina is the faithful baller, and she is a shooting guard, okay? So her skills are going to be stop drive, which is behind the back. Next is crossover, so pretty much a crossover move. Next is manual layup, so you choose whichever way you want to lay the ball up. Next is back roll turn, pretty much like your half spin, then your full spin into the shot, okay? Next is double clutch, which is your jelly fam and your jelly layup, okay? After this is Euro step. Now I have not seen nobody else with this move, and this is OP, okay? But yes, in your drive you can do a Euro step for the ball and make it, okay? Next is floater, and I haven't seen nobody with this move either except her. But pretty much it's kind of like you throw the ball up at an angle and you make it in. Not the layup, but yes. Next is super athleticism, which is her passive. So if you collide, you don't fall, okay? And I like this ability. And her grand badge, I apologize, it's fancy dribble. So for all you dribble heads out there, this is pretty much how you can break a lot of people. So you already know what I'm gonna say. This is the playmaker, not just any playmaker, but this is the playmaker for people who like to dribble, like dribble heads to 2K, pretty much dribble heads in general. If you like to dribble non-stop, get you a Carolina. This is like the best dribbler on the game for straight that's unguardable, okay? Really unguardable dribbles. So if you're one of the people, get you a Carolina. Alright, next is Fred, okay? And Fred, this is pretty much the Fate Master. He's a shooting guard. So his skills will consist of shooting touch, manual layup, and pass and run. Now y'all know what these two are, but pass and run is new. Pass and run is pretty much like when you move with a burst of speed immediately after the pass. So time you pass, you pretty much burst out. Next is layup pass. So it's a fake layup and then you quickly do a pass. After this is fake layup, okay? So this is OP. So pretty much this is when it looks like you're about to pass, but then you do a layup. And yes. Next is fake pass. So yeah, this is when it looks like you're about to pass, but you do a layup. I apologize. This is when you pretty much double clutch your layup, okay? So I apologize for that. But yes, next is double clutch. So this is your jelly fam, jelly layup, okay? His passive ability is natural shot touch, and it's automatically activated and when a successful shot. So his shot success rate keeps building and increasing the more he makes. And his grand badge is hop pass. So pretty much you do pretty much like you hop. It's like you're going into a shot, but then you pass it and you hop with it, okay? So Fred is, I would say, I apologize, but Fred is a playmaker, and you don't know what he's gonna do next, okay? So he truly is the fake master. So if you like to fake people a lot and don't want people to know what you're gonna do next, get you a Fred. Next is Krista, which is a center, and she is the wall star, okay? So if we look at her badges, we see she has quick screen. So if you're like looking for a screen, she could quickly set a screen, okay? Next is box out. You box out your opponent. Next is manual block. You choose the direction of the block, okay? Next is screen body check. So while screening and the opponent's trying to get off the screen, you could kind of lean into him more. Next is blocking catch. So instead of the ball going flying, when you block the ball, you automatically have it, okay? Your team has it. Next is power rebound. So pretty much you push out your opponents to get the rebound. After that is dunk, block, and catch. Now nobody else has this. So when somebody dunks, you can pretty much block the ball, but you catch it as well. So that's OP for me, okay? Her passive is rim protector, and pretty much activate it after 10 seconds until shot clock violation, okay? So it increases dunk block skill when there are only 10 seconds remaining. And her grand badge is Will of the Bodyguard, so it's automatically activated when playing a match, okay? It increases teammate stamina, so everybody should be crackheads, okay? So if I had to give Krista Archetype, she will also be a rim protector, the only rim protector who's actually a center, and she's also pretty good in the paint, okay? So if you're a rim protector who pretty much likes to set screens and also block and get rebounds, get you a Krista, okay? And finally, guys, we're finally done, okay? We have the face of the game, the professor. He is a point guard, and he has legendary handles, okay? This is actually a real life person. You need to go check out his videos. He is the sauce guy. I don't know why they didn't give him Carolina's, like, ability, but he could dribble in this game as well, too. So first he has diving catch, and when the ball is loose, you could dive for it. Next is crossover, so you can perform crossovers and break. Next is manual layup. You choose the direction of your layup, okay? Scoop shot is new, so this is pretty much like an underhand layup. So yes, so as you see him do. Next is spin move dribble, and this is OP as well if you know how to use it, okay? So when you're dribbling, you can pretty much do a spin move, but you can still dribble with it. Next is alley hoop pass, so he has the ability to throw alleys, okay? Next is layup pass, so when he has the ball, he pretty much could look like he's doing a layup and then pass it, okay? His passive is crazy step. Now this is OP. This is like the ultimate size up, okay? So pretty much you're doing all these crazy dribble moves and things, and you're pretty much sizing your opponent. Then you could drive. And his grand badge is dribble master, so it's automatically activated when performed in less than 3 seconds after driving, and it increases his shot success rate after driving in. So if you want to dribble, not be like, you want to be cheesy with the professor and perform like mostly layups and things, go get you a professor. But if you're a true dribble head, make sure to get a Carolina, okay? Alright guys, so that will wrap up this video. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to sub, and I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll see y'all guys in the next video.